Picture yourself suspended beneath a silk parachute, descending through the cold night air over occupied France. Your bomber is burning somewhere behind you, a funeral pyre against the starlit sky. You touch down in a frozen field, miles from friendly lines, with nothing but the contents of your escape kit and the clothes on your back. In moments like these, fire isn't just comfort, it's survival itself. And in the desperate calculus of wartime survival, Allied forces developed an ingenious technique using nothing more than a battery and steel wool to conjure flame from the void. This forgotten fieldcraft trick became a lifeline for countless downed airmen and soldiers operating behind enemy lines, a quiet guardian angel that asked only for a 9-volt battery and a pinch of steel. The razor blade fire trick represents pure elemental physics transformed into practical survival craft. When fine steel wool bridges the terminals of a battery, electrical current races through thousands of microscopic metal fibers, each one offering resistance to the flow of electrons. This resistance generates intense heat concentrated in those hair-thin strands, causing them to glow orange-red within seconds. The beauty of this method lies in its simplicity and reliability. Unlike matches that dampen or flints that wear smooth, a battery maintains its charge for months, and steel wool, often included in cleaning kits or salvaged from equipment padding, weighs virtually nothing. Allied intelligence officers recognized that evaders needed fire-starting methods that worked in rain-soaked forests, in the biting cold of winter nights, and in moments when frozen fingers couldn't manage the delicate striking of a match. The steel wool method answered that need with elegant efficiency. Imagine you're that downed airman now, hidden in a dense thicket as German patrols search the roads nearby. Your survival training kicks in. You've found a dry depression beneath an overhanging boulder, a natural shelter that will disperse smoke and hide the glow of flame. From your escape kit, you retrieve the compact battery, checking its terminals for corrosion. Your fingers, still trembling from adrenaline and cold, pull apart a small section of steel wool, stretching it into a loose nest. You've gathered the finest tinder you could find, dried moss scraped from the protected underside of a fallen log, shredded birch bark that peels like paper, and a bird's nest you discovered abandoned in the brush. Everything must be ready before you create that first spark, because the steel wool burns fast and fierce, offering only seconds to transfer the ember. You touch the steel wool to both battery terminals simultaneously, and chemistry becomes magic. The wool erupts in a constellation of orange sparks, glowing like a miniature galaxy in your cupped hands. You press the burning wool into your tinder bundle, blowing gently, nurturing that fragile ember into crackling flame. This technique saved lives not through dramatic heroism, but through quiet competence, the kind of survival skill that left no medals or citations, only men who lived to see home again. It taught generations of soldiers that survival often depends less on specialized equipment than on understanding fundamental principles. The razor blade fire trick endures today in bushcraft circles precisely because it embodies that philosophy. Knowledge weighs nothing, and ingenuity conquers scarcity. These wartime survival techniques remind us that self-reliance isn't about hoarding gear, it's about cultivating adaptable intelligence. The soldiers who mastered these skills understood that survival begins in the mind, with the confidence that comes from knowledge and practice. If you value this blend of history and practical fieldcraft, subscribe to Fieldcraft Chronicles and share this video with others who understand that the old ways still matter.